Welcome back, everyone, to Podcast Theory Productions. My name is Jesse, and today we have with us Mr. Rob Estrada. Mr. Estrada, thank you for joining us, and appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. So, as we were talking before we got started here, you are the producer of the Offset web series Michael Myers episode. So,
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Offset, for those that don't know, is a great launch pad for prospective filmmakers here in New Mexico, especially in Albuquerque. Joe Lonesome has an awesome concept. And the concept is you take a character like ours in our episode, Michael Myers, and you place them in a situation or in a different page of their life that you wouldn't expect them to be in.
I love that. That's amazing. Okay. So without giving anything away, is there anything kind of like you can tell us about the episode and the character? Any kind of unique details?
Sure. Michael Myers throughout history, since the character came out, he's always been this serial killer, this feared character in the movies. Well, in the Offset episode that we put together, we place him in a much different situation. We show his much softer and finer side.
I love that. That's amazing. Okay, and just out of curiosity, because this is so unique, what was your inspiration for coming up with this?
Well, I have to thank my director, of course, Stephanie Ponce. She wrote and directed the episode. This was her directorial debut. She submitted her script. We read over it, talked about it, and just loved it from the beginning. It fits right in with the Offset platform. So, right off the bat, we were in love with the script.
That's amazing. Okay. Is there any kind of comedic element to what Michael Myers is doing?
The whole way. Yes. Yes. We hope we create a lot of laughs, for everybody that sees it.
Okay.
And if I may take a moment, this is a shameful plug for Offset web series. Season 5 is gearing up right now. It offers, prospective filmmakers the opportunity to get in there and make a real production. So if you're interested in it, look it up in Facebook. Check it out. If you want to help this season's directors and producers, make a contribution. It's all about raising the New Mexico filmmakers platform and bringing us all up at once.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We all gotta help each other out and stick together and keep everybody going.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you? Is this your first acting that you've done, or have you done a lot of other projects?
Actually, this is my first time producing a project.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to be a co-producer last season with Carmen Dahlman.
Oh, nice.
We produced the Gandalf episode last season for Offset. I do have another project in the works for the fall. It's going to be with one of our directors that I like to work with, the local director, David Perez. He's from Black Box Digital Films. This will be my first full-length feature that I'll be producing with him.
Oh, wow. Okay. So do you kind of keep your stuff more comedy based, or do you just go with whatever you're feeling?
Well, right now, because I'm just starting out, I'm just kind of starting to get the feel of everything that goes on.
Okay.
The project in the fall is far different than this one. It is not a comedic production.
Okay, there we go.
It's a little bit darker and a little more mysterious. But once I get into, the thick of things, I think I'll figure out the genre I prefer, even though I like them all. I mean, I love movie making as a whole. And I've been fortunate and blessed that people have extended me the opportunity to work with them. I just needed to praise, of course, again, my director, Stephanie Ponce, and Philip Bushman.
Okay.
He did an amazing job as Michael Myers. We couldn't have asked anything better out of him, than he did.
Okay, well, shout out to Mr. Philip Bushman then. So without giving it away, is there anything you can tell us about your future endeavor, upcoming project that you're working
on? Not too much, because of course it's still under wraps, and we're going to release a trailer soon. We're going to work on a trailer here in the next couple of weeks and release it. Give that tidbit, get everybody enticed, and then hopefully in the fall we'll go into full production. Hopefully by the spring, we'll push that out to the masses.
Okay, excellent. That sounds great. I look forward to seeing that. I'm already excited about seeing this. It sounds great. So do you have any social media platforms or anything you want to shout out to so people can go look you guys up?
In general, for this series, of course, like I mentioned earlier, look up the Offset web series.
Okay.
There's a Facebook page. Like I said, season 5 is gearing up. Please contribute. In my project, we had a couple of firsts. We were the first ones off into production during COVID, which was a whole different animal.
Oh yeah, I bet.
We just kind of, went with whatever we were given. We adapted to the COVID environment. And then what I like doing personally with the Offset web series, since it's a launch pad for new filmmakers, I like bringing in, like we had folks that were fresh off the CNM film technician course.
Okay, good.
So they were learning, I was learning, I am learning. I like to work with what I call from the future forward. These folks are the future of filmmaking. So, I love working with them because they're so hungry and so passionate and, so motivated to making films. And I just enjoy that. I enjoy that environment. It's great to be on professional sets. It really is. That's where we all want to end up one day,
Yeah.
But while we're working at it, it is great to do that with the young folks. And, not so young folks like myself. Young at heart.
Young at heart, absolutely, yeah. So is there anybody else you want to send out a thanks or a shout out to that you've worked with?
Absolutely, of course, Carmen Dahlman, in High Desert Screening. I've known her for a while, and I, fully appreciate her for everything she does for New Mexico filmmaking. Terry Fuchik at the New Mexico Film Foundation. She's a source of inspiration for me. She kind of nudges me along, and as I go into this endeavor, of filmmaking. Of course, Joe Lonesome, from Offset, and my entire cast, crew, and everybody else that was involved in our project. That's really where the praise goes for this project. They knocked it out of the park. They were amazing.
Well, that sounds awesome. Well, Mr. Estrada, I want to thank you for joining me and talking about your project and kind of giving a little glimpse into your future project. And I appreciate you giving me your time. And are you going to be at the screening this Friday?
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I look forward to seeing you there. And again, thank you. And I will talk to you Friday.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And have a good night.
You too.